in Europe, you already have fertilizer factories shutting down. You already have skyrocketing electricity bills. You already have people who can't afford to heat their homes. I mean, and this is Europe. So I want to just stress, this is Europe. This is wealthy. This is the wealthy world. And part of how Europe is surviving at all is they are buying all the natural gas and coal they can find on the international market. But because of policies that have suppressed the availability of natural gas and coal and oil, what them buying that up means is that the poorer countries have even less energy available. And you see things like warnings of blackouts in, say, Bangladesh through 2026, these kinds of things. So it's already the fact that we have these shortages. And you mentioned the great term you used was, I think you used economic abundance. And see, what we have right now is an economic scarcity. It's not a physical scarcity, right? We have almost limitless fossil fuel resources on Earth. But because of political policies, we've artificially restricted the supply. And therefore, we have this artificial economic scarcity. And that's a disaster. And so we need to make this a teachable moment. You mentioned I was not around in the 70s, but I studied a lot of energy history. So in my mind, the 70s are very real. But I was born actually in 1980. And really, everyone who was born since I was born had no concept of an energy crisis, of that threat. We had these mounting anti-energy policies, but they hadn't fully taken effect. And so it seemed as if, an energy crisis is impossible, much as it seemed like inflation was impossible.
Mhm.
If you don't remember the 70s, and in the case of inflation, early 80s. And so it's really sad that it's happening. The thing that needs to happen, though, is we need to take maximum advantage. And so it is very important to criticize the people responsible for this. We need a positive alternative, but it is important to criticize what policies, particularly and ideas, are responsible for this, because the public is more open than ever to the idea that the establishment is thinking about this and legislating about this, and